gentlemen, the Summa Cum Laude of Class 2022, please welcome Barry P. Lauron, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. He is also a consistent academic scholar and a DOST HEI scholar.
To our honorable commencement speaker, chairperson of the Commission on Higher Education, Dr. J. Prospero E. De Vera III. To our devoted Mindanao State University Board of Regents and officials, headed by Attorney Basari D. Mapupuno. To our reputable Chancellor of Mindanao State University, General Santos City, Juris Dr. Usman D. Aragasi, MBA. To the MSU General Santos City officials, faculty, and staff, to our ever-supportive family, friends, and loved ones here with us today, and to my fellow graduates, a very pleasant evening. A wise philosopher once said, "Minsan pa ulan, bumuhos ka, wag nang tumigil pa." But in this evening, we hope for the rain to stop pouring, kay basa na kayo nga tuang toga. Laban lang jud sa mga nag-makeup. Nevertheless, the downpour will not diminish the warmth of our celebration today. For this momentous event marks the culmination of our hard-fought battle in earning the right to wear the coveted maroon toga. Sa wakas, magiging unemployed na tayo after nito. But jokes aside, I would like to congratulate everyone here today for a job well done. Let us all give ourselves a very big round of applause. Days ago, I was listening to Taylor Swift's Long Live, and one particular line struck me very deeply. The lyrics said, "It was the end of a decade, but the start of an age." For those who don't know, I spent my junior high and senior high school years in MSU. 4 years in MSU CETD and 2 years here in this campus. That's why the lyrics are very special to me. Adding the 4 years of college, I officially spent an entire decade of my life as a student of this prestigious institution. When I first entered MSU, my first thought was, "Inita po diri, oy." Then my second thought was, "Asa man nimo undang ang jeep?" Indeed, the desert-like environment of the campus is one of the university's prominent features, aside from producing board top-notchers and globally competitive professionals. Totoo yung kasabihan na kapag nag-enroll ka sa MSU, dapat matibay ka. Dapat matibay ang balat mo para may laban ka sa intramurals. Dapat matibay ang tiyan mo para kumain ng abog na may halong pastil. Dapat matibay ang mga paa mo para matiis ang napakahabang lakarin upang makatawid sa mga buildings. At dapat matibay ang loob mo para kahit hell semester ang pakiramdam ng isang hell week, hinding-hindi ka susuko. We can all agree when I say that this university has really trained us to endure a lot of hardships in life, tested our patience, and guided us in cultivating a greater sense of purpose. So now, when you look around you, all you can see are competent, world-class products of an academic institution that has proven time and time again its caliber in delivering quality education. 10 strenuously long, yet incredibly fun-filled years. And now, I am concluding my stay here in MSU as a class valedictorian and summa cum laude, standing in front of you, my fellow graduates, delivering this speech. This is such a great honor and a humbling experience, and I will be forever indebted to MSU. Salamat jud kaayo pamantasang Mindanao. Before proceeding with my speech, I would like to take this moment to pay tribute to everyone who supported me by acknowledging them. First and foremost, to our Almighty Father, whose grace is never ending, thank you for granting me with countless blessings, opportunities, and guidance that led me to accomplish all of my achievements. To my parents, Zenaida Lauron and Arden Rio Lauron, and to my sister, Bijoy Lauron, thank you for putting up with my behavior for 22 long years and counting, and for always looking after my welfare. I love you, and please know that even though it doesn't always show, I will be forever grateful for the sacrifices you have made just to let me grow into who I am today. To my former teachers in elementary, junior, and senior high school, thank you for nurturing my mind not only with textbook lessons, but also real-life ones. To my college professors in the mathematics department, especially Professor Berlita Disca and Dr. J. Buscano, thank you for always believing in my capabilities and for pushing me as well to believe in myself. Thank you for standing as my mentors for 4 years and counting, tirelessly imparting your knowledge so that I may be able to expand mine. To my closest friends, as per your request, please stand when your name is called. Chriselle Don Provido, Janor Narvasa, Brian Joy Imarga, Earl Dion Catalina, Carl Cedric Fredaluces, Mick Larry Milievo, Gerson John Ginanas, Marian Peñones, Shara Marie Cablanca, Chinky Cabalfin, and Ardette Sinamban. Thank you for sharing a big chunk of your life with me and for considering me as one of your trusted friends. Your laughter, your presence, and sometimes even your wisdom are some of the reasons why life has been so much bearable. To my Bardeen family and Mathix family, thank you for making my high school and college life wonderful and for teaching me that family is not always bound by blood. To my volleyball playmates who are always present every afternoon at the open court, thank you for teaching me the value of trust and teamwork. And to all of those who I failed to mention, your influence in my life, no matter how subtle it was, has been one of the stepping stones that I used to reach my destination, and for that, I will always be grateful. Fellow graduates, after the toilsome process we were subjected to in our path towards academic enrichment, what with being the experimental first batch of K-12 program and the shift in the delivery of education from a physical classroom into a virtual environment due to the pandemic, no one could have arrived here by being alone. Somehow, some way, and at some point in our lives, someone extended their hand and held us, guided us, and accompanied us. Maybe that person is someone who is not with us anymore, in which case I ask you to take this moment of silence to commemorate them. Maybe that person is here in this quadrangle today, in which case I ask you to look in their general direction and mouth the words, "Thank you." While we acknowledge all the good times that we have and we shared as students of this university, we cannot deny that we have also some memories that broke our heart. The time we failed our exams. The time we got our first INC or 5. The time na nahuddan ta og pastil. The time na nasingitan ta sa pila sa jeep. The time we lost in our events in the intramurals. The time someone came but eventually left our life. Or the time we realized that we will not be able to graduate with our original batchmates. Ika nga ni Barbara Streisand, memories may be beautiful, and yet, what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. But today, we will remember them one more time, because for us to heal, we must acknowledge that we are hurt. Similar to what I urged everyone to do in our pre-commencement exercises, I would like everyone to take this opportunity for us to forgive ourselves for all of our shortcomings, missed opportunities, and mistakes. It is high time we stop punishing ourselves for things that are already in the past. Yes, we could have done better, but at that time we did our best, and it was enough for us to survive to reach this moment. Throughout my whole stay in this institution, I picked up several lessons from people that I have met and experiences that I have had. This evening, allow me to share to you 3 important lessons that have molded my character as an MSU1. The first lesson is that you should take charge of your future by making your first step today. I actually talked about this in my speech during our pre-commencement exercises last week. Sa mga hindi po nakapanood, link is in the description box below. Charot lang. Kidding aside, it is oftentimes true that the hardest step we need to do is the first step, mainly because of the fear of failing, being wrong, or not being enough in the first try. We are so invested in thinking about the whole project, the whole trip, the whole goal, and how a lot of things are needed to be done in order to accomplish it, that we forget about one simple fact. Nothing will ever get done if we don't actually start doing. Leonardo da Vinci did not create the Mona Lisa by throwing a bucket of paint onto the canvas and expecting it to take form perfectly. Similarly, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay did not reach the summit of Mount Everest by flying over straight to the apex. It always starts with the first step, hoping to generate enough momentum to move forward regardless of the obstacles or setbacks in the completion of the process. For some people, their first step is of the same size as the other steps they have already made in their lives. But for others, a tremendous amount of energy, dedication, and sacrifice is required to make that one huge leap. No matter how easy-looking or intimidating your first step can be, you will be the one responsible in doing it. Other people may help you, yes, but it ultimately boils down to you making that first step. Remember that courage is not the absence of fear. Instead, it is knowing that something is scary, but deciding to push through with it anyway. Be courageous in taking that first step, because you are already tested and proven by this institution. You are very much capable and you are empowered. What remains is for you to be bold enough to just do it. The second lesson is that your biggest competition is yourself. Itaas po natin ang ating mga kamay kung naranasan na po nating maikumpara sa ibang tao. Buti pa si ganito, may trabaho na. Maayo po to si Kuan, engineer na, or accountant na, or professional na. Di ka ba nahihiya? Mga kasama mo graduate na tapos ikaw nag-aaral pa. These familiar lines can come from people we don't personally know. But the painful reality is that sometimes they can also come from people we do know. Our family, relatives, loved ones, friends, and even from ourselves. It stems from the idea that life is a race. Our society has settled on a normalcy that success and happiness can only be achieved once we are one step ahead of everyone else. But the thing is that everyone has their own path and own destination. Hence, if life is a race, how can someone be declared a winner? You win when you realize that there is no race. You win by stopping. Stop treating everyone else as an enemy on a racetrack that doesn't even exist. Stop punishing yourself when others are already achieving their goals and you feel like you are lagging behind. Instead of a race, life should be viewed as a journey. A journey in which your own stamina, skills, and dedication are key in overcoming the greatest challenges and setbacks along your way. Hindi ka bawasan sa pagkatao mo kung hindi ka pa nakararating sa iyong paroroonan. Ang tunay na kabawasan ay ang hindi mo pagpapabuti sa iyong sarili, lalo pat alam mong kaya mo naman. You might have heard of this line over and over again, but strive hard in being a better version of yourself. Self-improvement will be vital in your life journey, especially when you are vying to achieve your long-term goals. Do not be disturbed by other people's growth. Instead, focus on your own pace. Moreover, remember that your long-term goals require long-term patience. You might feel like you are not growing, but you cannot expect a tree today when you just planted the seed yesterday. As the old and very wise saying goes, laban lang jud ta mga mamshi. Lastly, the third lesson is that we need to not only dream high, but to also dream deep. We have been trained to strive for excellence, and rightly so. All of us know full well that we have sacrificed a lot in order for us to grow our own pair of wings. And the time has come for us to take flight and to never let anyone clip our wings no matter who they think they are. Nagsumikap tayo ng kay tagal, kasi nangarap tayo ng kay taas. Ang iba ay ang maging board passer, ang iba ay ang maging top-notcher, ang iba ay ang magkaroon ng maayos na trabaho, at yung iba naman ay ang maging milyonaryo. For most of us, when we set our dreams, we were thinking of our own ambitions. Well, this is not necessarily wrong. We should be reminded that our dreams can also be anchored on compassion. Dream of becoming a doctor, not only because you look good wearing a white coat and having a stethoscope hanging on your neck, but also because there are a lot of poor families in desperate need of quality healthcare. Dream of becoming a lawyer, not only because the salary is great, but also because the justice system in our country is so impaired that the rich and powerful can throw lavish parties even with unpaid taxes, while members of the families below poverty line can be immediately jailed just from stealing a canned good out of necessity. Dream of becoming a teacher, not only because the letters LPT would sound nice after your name, but also because the country needs our educators now more than ever to combat misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. Let the roots of your dreams run deep so that you may be fueled with a desire to create an impact on other people's lives. Let the roots of your dreams run deep so that you may be an advocate for the improvement of our nation. With this regard, I would like to give a very special thanks to the Department of Science and Technology for granting me my scholarship Because apart from the monthly stipend and other financial incentives, being a DOST scholar has taught me the values of patriotism and nationalism. That one must not only be professionally excellent, but also be socially responsible. And that our skills must be utilized in order to achieve inclusive national development. Here in MSU, we are called mga iskolar ng bayan. As we venture into the real world, dubbed as graduates of this university, the challenge is to embody the real essence of being an MSU1. Isang iskolar ng bayan para sa bayan. We were once mere incoming freshman students, clutching our documents as we joined the queue for the reservation of slots of our respective courses. Now, we are cloaked with a maroon toga, which symbolizes the reward of our arduous yet fulfilling college life. The time has finally come when we part ways with our classmates. The time has finally come to say, not a goodbye, but I see you soon. On this day, we may have reached the final period of the final sentence to seal this chapter of our lives. But a new age will definitely start. A new age full of exciting opportunities and adventures. A new age to meet more people, and a new age to serve as an inspiration for others. To formally end my speech, I would like to once again congratulate all of us graduates of the 43rd commencement exercises. Our duties as students may have officially ended today, but our responsibility in the real world as graduates of the Mindanao State University is just about to begin. Just like what that famous Filipina doctor said, papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part. Thank you very much and good evening.